boom. There you go, Eagles fan. My man Kellen Moore, the new OC of our Philadelphia Eagles. And I said it before, right? I said it on the last video. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, that's brilliant. That's my number one. Straight up. Kellen Moore, I don't give a damn what anyone says. People like to hate on people and this and that, and they use fandom to think for themselves and all that. I don't do that shit. Straight up, I'm going to always be neutral behind this microphone. Kellen Moore is that dude. The dude is a damn wizard. I don't know how else to explain it. You have 3 top 6 scoring offenses in your first 3 seasons in Dallas, and you are trash? Like, I don't understand this type of behavior, right? I do not understand this type of behavior. Yeah, your man Dak Prescott was turnover prone and this and that. You can blame that on Kellen Moore and say that Dak had a better Daffy Dak season under Mike McCarthy. But how did it end? He was turning over the ball. So that's what Dak Prescott probably going to do, right? But on the real, though, I love Kellen Moore's scheme. I love that it's versatile. And you can see some of the concept. I'll attach that same video right on the back end of this. But you see right there, man, another big assistant move in Philadelphia. Your man Adam Schefter here. Eagles are hiring former Chargers and Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore as their offensive coordinator per sources. Yeah, so Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio, if you wanted to go with some people with vast experience, right? So when we're going through some of these OCs, people were, I don't know, it's like, I feel like you need to make sure you're tuned in to Top Billin, man. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you share the content, because who's the only one keeping it real out here and giving you the real? People naming first-time OCs and DCs and all that. I'm like, yo, you got to pay attention to the bigger picture. This is Coach Sirianni's last year. If it does not work this year, he's done. Cooked. Finito. Right? You don't go out and get people who are learning on the job. People asking me about the run game coordinator from the 49ers and this and all that. These people who've never called plays, you just went through that with Coach Johnson. You don't have the luxury of time now to let someone learn on the job. Kellen Moore, vast experience play caller. He could be a head coach somewhere. I thought he would be a head coach by now, to be honest with you. He could very well be the Eagles' next head coach, depending on how the season goes there. So I would look out for that as well. But, man, outstanding. You can hate all you want. The proof is in the pudding. Did not have a good year in L.A. They had some really key injuries, though, right? I don't like to make excuses and all that. You got to run what you brung and all that. But if you really looked at it and paid attention to it, people would provide those reasons for other people to not have good seasons, but they would not give that shit to someone like Kellen Moore because he played for the Cowgirls and he coached with the Cowgirls, so I understand that, right? But the guy can damn call some football. Now, is he going to make a boneheaded call? Everyone does. Like, he is not shit on Kellen Moore. There's been thousands of coordinators who make some boneheaded calls. But overall, he's going to put points on the scoreboard. He's going to put yards in the air. We'll see about the run game there. He was committed to it his last year in Dallas. So they were able to get that done there. So now it's going to be about putting the pieces to the parts. He got certain ways he likes to operate. I would like to see what happens to the slot receiver under Kellen Moore if they go out and get someone. Somebody in the draft maybe, bigger guys like that. He definitely likes the bigger personnel out there. So we'll see what's going on with that. But, man, check out these concepts and stuff that I was looking over, man. Here we go, baby. Kellen Moore, welcome to South Jersey, because I know you're not going to be living in Philly, baby. You're going to be out here in South Jersey with us, right? Repping them Philadelphia Eagles. All right? Yes, sir. Let's get it. If you're not happy about this one, I don't know what to tell you, man. You guys were, hustling backwards out there, man. There were no first-time coordinators right here on offense or defense. This is a prove it, make it or break year. You're going with people with the experience. Fangio has experience. This defense is set up for him. There's going to be tons of continuity there. Now it's going to be about the pieces and parts. Same deal with Kellen Moore there. He worked with Dak Prescott. So if Daffy Dak and Jalen Hurts are not too dissimilar, right? You can hate all you want. They're not too dissimilar. They have very similar skill sets, and I believe my man Jalen Hurts can do anything that Daffy Dak Prescott and his goofy-ass feet can do. Straight up. So we shall see. Kellen Moore is the best to get that out of him. All right, let's get it. Fly, Eagles, fly.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, Eagles fam. Man, I think I have a new number one in the clubhouse for OC, and that will be one Kellen Moore. Now, you're going to have some people poo-poo this, right? And obviously so. I'm pretty sure most people were making fun of him somehow when he was a Dallas Cowgirl, and that goes without saying. However, you cannot knock the hustle, right? Because that man was getting it in with the Dallas Cowboys, turnovers aside. I believe if he could produce the type of stuff that he was doing in Dallas out here, because you look right here, man, he does not come short of some really good accolades. Moore coordinated a Dallas offense that was the NFL's best in 2021, leading the league in total offense, 407 net yards per game, and a scoring offense of 31.2 points per game during his first season as offensive coordinator in 2019. Moore's unit led the league with 431 total net yards per game, which was 10th best in single-season performance in NFL history, and best by any offense since Denver's 2013 record-setting unit with my man Peyton Manning out there, right? In 4 seasons as OC, Moore's unit ranked number 2 in the NFL in total offense with 391 net yards and 27.7 points per game. 4th best passing offense. You already know the spill right there. So the reason why I like him, because, right, we've seen that Gerard Johnson also, if not interview, will be getting an interview. I don't believe they'll go with a first-time play caller again. Not in a pivotal year to where I don't know if you can really read the tea leaves, but I can. If it doesn't go well for Coach Sirianni, he's done. Cooked, toast. He's out the door. He cannot rely on somebody learning on the job. Now, I talked about Cliff Kingsbury. I like Cliff Kingsbury. A little light in the loafers, but wait, hold on. Is that the right term? Right. A little light on rushing the ball, right? But guess what? If you interview him, you interview Gerard Johnson, you interview Kellen Moore, that's a trend to me. It's a trend that you definitely want to be a passing outfit, if anything. Now, I suggested a guy like Greg Roman. Probably not going to happen there. I've heard him going places with your man Jim Harbaugh, so obviously he will replace Kellen Moore as the OC, but that is to, you know what I'm saying, we don't know that yet. We also talked about Eric Bieniemy, who's definitely on the same lines with the passing, but he hasn't gotten an interview yet, so I can probably drop that right there. He would be my number one choice just because that's my man right there. Kellen Moore, though, tons of experience, comes with a ton of accolades, even more so than a Cliff Kingsbury, right? And matter of fact, let's check some of this out right here. Like we always do about this time, let's go to the trusty run-pass ratio machine here, and we see the LA Chargers at 59.5% passing. So only 40.5% running. You know Coach Sirianni is already on the nipples. He's tweaking his nipples. He's extra excited about the ability to pass that much, especially with somebody with those type of accolades that has a ton of play calling experience, right? So now the thing what I like about Moore is the year before that when he was in Dallas, they were on a little bit of a switch up. Check this out right here. You can see Dallas right here, 51% passing, 48.9% run. So he was a lot more balanced in Dallas in 2022 there. And, of course, they still were doing that thing. Let's go back one more year. We have 2021 Dallas, and he fell back off the wagon. 57.8% pass. Sirianni's happy again. Right? So now, the reason I'm not totally mad if this is the direction they go in as far as the passing, which it seems like if you keep interviewing guys who are on this type of time, you know what I mean? It's only so many times you can pee on me and then tell me it's raining. Right, pause. Got to pause that for all them R. Kelly people out there. Now, listen. But if you're going with a risk-averse defense, which, of course, Vic Fangio's defense is, you can afford to be a little bit more aggressive with the pass on offense I feel, right? Usually when you have those Rex Ryan, Wink Martindale type schemes there where you're really getting after it, the best complement to that is probably a run game. You want to slow down, give those guys a chance to catch their breath because they're out there firing on all cylinders, being extremely aggressive. This will be the exact opposite, right? You can get them back on the field and let them play 25 yards off the ball at cornerback on first down, on a 1st and 10. Right? On a 4th and 1, you could put your cornerbacks 13 yards off of the wide receivers in a Vic Fangio defense, right? But listen, let's check out some of these concepts. This alone makes me want them to hire Kellen Moore. This is 21 personnel, so pro personnel, old school, looking like my boy Coach Reed back in town. Man, who is this right here? John Ritchie? You got John Ritchie and Brian Westbrook here. You get under the center right there, under center from my boy Donovan McNabb, my all-time favorite player, into nothing, right? So don't look at how the results are derived. We're just looking at some of the stuff that he likes to do, some of the formations and everything like that. Y'all know we can rock with something like this because everybody keep crying about Jalen Hurts being under center there. But listen, the Chargers got that doo-doo butter offensive line, so it was kind of hard to even really see what they were going about, especially going against them Jets, baby, the New Jersey Jets. Jets was giving it to them boys like you wouldn't believe. Pause. All right, here we go, under center again. He's always working with motion. You get that back to the basket play action fake. He's shooting it downfield here. Oh, you got your boy Ahmad Sauce Gardner right there. But look at that double motion, right? Shot him in motion just to shoot him back across the field, right? I didn't get it all the way, but you can see right there, shot him across the field just to see what they were doing. And most likely on the back end, the Jets stay in that zone, right? Vertical zone. Back to the basket play action fake here. As you can see, multiple breaches, a pocket collapsing here. Kellen Moore was hamstrung, right, with a poor offensive line in L.A. there. But, man, he'll get aggressive down the field. As we know, you don't get the number one offense in those kind of crazy yardage records with being conservative. So he's definitely not that. One of the things that I'm paying attention to when I'm reviewing the film of these offensive coordinators is an answer for the heat, right? Yeah, the Jets here, they was heating their ass up like an ironing board. And check this out right here. It's looking like a miscommunication. They pointed it out. You saw where most of the pressure was coming from. You got two guys coming off the ball here. Quentin Williams coming off the ball unblocked. So that's where you would tie that into, right? That's where you would shoot your sight adjust there, and you would want to see somebody flash here. Looks like Keenan Allen kind of got the message there. Herbert threw off his back foot. And you can see right there, without the miscommunication, man, he probably hits him and he's probably going somewhere upfield. So the answer's there because there didn't seem to be many answers there for any type of blitzes with the Eagles last year. Shit was crazy to watch. This play gets stopped before it can get going. However, we're just looking at the concepts here. If he's the pick, we will do a deep dive into it. But for now, man, stuff like this would really get me excited. Pause. You got this. Look, it's like a pitch crack tosser. So you get that pitch out right here, but you get an influence block. John Franklin Myers up here charging hard. He gets influenced in, right? And then you see him working nub side right here. So this is balanced out, right? 4 men to the left, 4 men to the right, and you get him out leveraged right before the snap. He's working with a lot of motion here, but a lot of it's short motion. See this right here? Influence. Well, look at that. Oh, that would have been hard. You get the safety crashing down here. So it's essentially 3-on-3. If he makes one guy miss, he could possibly be out 88 out the gate with the John, man. You see that? Having to get this man running the alley right here against a running back. That's a tough tackle right there. If he's able to defeat that, and then you get Quentin Johnson here getting up to Sauce Gardner, get out that space, man. Imagine someone like Philly Flyer, DeAndre Swift in that. Last one right here, I got a dip, but we'll get back into it here soon. I love the motion series, of course. Great way to get the tight end out here, kind of leveraged out in space with him going across the formation. It could be a little smoother the way they did this, though, but the results are there, being able to get your tight end / H-back out there. Right here. The influence block, he had to kind of make do with that here, but get a guy like that out there and you get defensive backs trying to tackle him, someone like Dallas Goedert would absolutely destroy these type of concepts. And it's coming off of, you saw that? It's coming off of a bluff. Looks like it could be some type of quick zone, stretch zone there, bluffing that right there. And then he's bluffing himself as well, acting like he's going to do a cross formation block. But then, of course, he leaks out right behind it. So Herbert had to kind of shake Franklin Myers loose right there. But look at all that airspace and opportunity. And he makes the most of it right there. Broke a tackle from my boy C.J. Mosley, too. Ooh, multiple. Him and Quincy Williams. That's hard. All right, man. So I've talked myself into it, right? If there's clearly wanting to go down this passing road, we're going to have to just take it how it comes, right? You get it how you live. So if it's Kellen Moore, Cliff Kingsbury, it's all good. I see a path to victory, right? I see a way that they can win this in the end. I also could see it be a complete failure, and then that be the end of Coach Sirianni, and we in next year's coaching search class, right? When this year's coaching search class is thick, so hopefully next year will be thick. But hopefully it doesn't go that route. We get it all together and we go ahead and get to that Super Bowl next year and win it, all right? Let me know, though, what you think about your boy Kellen Moore. I know we're going to hear all types of scuttlebutt when it comes to Kellen Moore there. But I think he's super talented. I loved watching him when he was at Boise State. They used to go in and beat the big dogs. I remember them beating Georgia. He was a really good football player too. So great football mind, young cat like that. You never know. Shit, he could end up, I'm surprised he's not a head coach already, but he could end up being the coach of the future. He calling his own plays. So, all right. Let me know, though. Your boy Jersey Murph. Shout outs to everybody out there. Much love. Make sure you're sharing the content, of course. Buried the lead again. Make sure you share the content, social media message boards and all that. Make sure you're supporting the channel and make sure you support the sponsors when you see them as well. All right? Salute.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.